Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled as Birds Flying. Lord will you are edified. My source, WorldStar. And this video is entitled New Footage of Alleged UFOs Captured from Pilot's Camera.
I don't know what that is.
That is some weird shit.
As birds flying, referring to the formation of the holy chariots.
Linia 2735, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.7, good day.
Ho Chi Minh 120.7, good day, Linia 2735.
That's something fun.
Gone.
So is this an UFO? Is this a grouping of UFOs? Now, did you see how closely the objects are flying in formation at about 400 miles an hour? If you were in the air,
Flying about 400 miles per hour, the formation of the chariots. Isaiah 31 and verse 5, as birds flying, referring to the formation of the chariots, so will the Lord Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Israelites, all right, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, based on the lineage of our fathers. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll, referring to a chariot. Verse 2. And he said unto me, what see you? And I answer, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that go forth over the face of the whole earth. Right, a curse for who? Beginning with the nation of Edom and these other nations, also 2/3 of our people, as well as the non-elect of Israel. Okay? For everyone that steals shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that swears shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, this righteous man referring to the holy prophets, before the face of such as afflicted him, beginning with the nobility of Edom, trickling down to these other nations, and made no account of his labors. Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. All right. And you can also equate the holy chariots, okay, so far beyond all that they look for. Revelation 1 and verse 7, behold, he come with clouds, Yahushua leading the heavenly hosts inside of their fathership, which is also classified as a holy chariot. and every eye shall see him, literal, and they also which pierced him, literal, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Tawab. Matthew 24 and verse 27, for as the lightning come out of the east and shine even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, and that's literal. Verse 28, for wheresoever the carcass is, referring to the Salakia, referring to the elect of Israel, there will the eagles be gathered together. The eagles, referring to the holy chariots. Isaiah 63 and verse 1. Who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? All right. Who is this is referring to Yahweh Shai. And America is modern day Basra. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, referring to that holy chariot / fathership, leading the heavenly host of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Isaiah 26 and verse 20, come, my people, referring to the elect of Israel, enter thou into thy chambers. All right. And this is referring to compartments inside of those holy chariots. And shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So what is this scripture going into? Let's go to Revelation 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, in the Hebrew, my people, Israelites, the elect of Israel, that ye be not partakers of her sins, referring to the destruction of America, and that ye receive not of her plagues, referring to nuclear destruction. Now, that come out of her is referring to the elect of Israel being beamed up into those holy chariots. First Thessalonians 4 and verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. And that's literal. Verse 17, then we which are alive on earth and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. All right, referring to these chariots, to meet the Lord in the air, literal, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, and that's literal. As birds flying, Lord will you were edified. Shalom.